Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to break down something that's really changing the game in the corporate world, how top executives are taking back their travel time. We're talking about turning that dead space, the commute, into a serious competitive advantage.
All right, let's just jump right in with a big question for any of you busy professionals out there. That time you spend traveling, to meetings, the airport, wherever, is it an asset or is it a liability? Is it working for you or is it just working against you? To really get at that question, we first have to talk about the problem, right? So let's look at the common pain points of corporate travel, those daily headaches that probably sound, well, a little too familiar. For so many executives, the reality is, well, it's just chaos. I mean, think about it. You're navigating that brutal traffic, you're basically gambling on whether your rideshare will even show up, and you're dealing with constant, unexpected delays. It all just adds up to this huge pile of stress before your workday is even really started.
And look, it's not just about the stress. There's this massive issue of privacy. I mean, come on, you can't exactly talk about a confidential merger or go over sensitive reports in the back of a taxi, right? So what happens? That valuable time is just gone. It's lost. And it pushes your most important work later and later into the night.
Okay, so with that chaotic picture in mind, how do you flip the script? How do we go from being, just a passenger who's at the mercy of all this chaos to an executive who's in a controlled, productive space?
And this slide, wow, it just lays out that core shift perfectly. It's all about a strategic trade-off. Over on the left, you've got your conventional travel. Unpredictable, stressful, basically wasted time. But on the right, you're swapping all of that for something reliable, for a productive mobile workspace. It's a total 180-degree change in thinking.
So here's the absolute key takeaway. The vehicle itself completely transforms. It stops being just a way to get from point A to point B. With the right setup, Wi-Fi charging ports, it becomes a real mobile headquarters. It's a quiet, confidential, and honestly a crucial extension of your actual office. All right, so what are the real, tangible benefits here? What do you actually get out of this approach? Well, the source material breaks it down into 4 key pillars of value that really show you the impact.
So here they are. Maximizing productivity, enhancing your professional image, ensuring unwavering reliability, and just plain eliminating travel stress. These 4 pillars are what take this whole idea from being, oh, that's a nice luxury, to, wow, this is a serious investment in my efficiency. Let's break each one down.
Okay, first up, productivity. This is a big one. Instead of gripping the steering wheel, just fuming in traffic, you're in the back, getting things done. You're clearing out that inbox, you're rehearsing your presentation, you're taking that important call. You are literally getting ahead of your day before you even walk in the door.
Next, pillar number 2, your professional image. We all know this, right? First impressions are everything in business. And pulling up to a client's office in a sleek, professionally driven vehicle, that just screams competence. It projects success and attention to detail from the very first second. It completely sets the tone before you even say hello.
All right, pillar 3 is reliability, and this one is huge. Unlike the rideshare lottery where you never know what you're going to get, this is all about consistency. You know the car will be spotless. You know the chauffeur is a trained pro who's actively watching traffic and flight schedules to make sure you are always on time.
And finally, pillar number 4, just getting rid of the stress. Think about it. When you have an expert handling all the logistics, the best route, where to park, the timing, your mind is totally free. You can focus on what you're actually there to do, your business goals. You show up calm, collected, and ready to win.
What's really fascinating here is this quote. It points to the human element of all this. The chauffeur isn't just some driver. They become a trusted professional partner. They get to know your schedule, they anticipate what you need, they really do become an extension of your own team.
So let's say you're on board with this strategy. How do you squeeze every last drop of value out of it? How do you make sure it's running at absolute peak efficiency for you? Well, the source gives us a few really simple, practical tips. First, book in advance. That way you lock in your vehicle. Second, share your entire itinerary so everything is perfectly coordinated. Third, don't be shy. Communicate your preferences so your needs are met. And finally, use that wait time between meetings. Your whole day can run like clockwork because your ride is always right there, ready to go.
Okay, let's wrap this up by looking to the future. How is this whole model of executive travel changing to keep up with the modern business world?
Well, no surprise, technology is playing a massive role. Things like online booking portals, real-time GPS tracking, instant digital receipts, all of this is giving clients a level of transparency and control they've never had before.
And as business keeps changing, with hybrid work, global meetings, this kind of seamless efficiency isn't just a nice-to-have anymore. It's becoming totally non-negotiable.
And get this, it's not just for solo X's anymore. With big, in-person conferences and corporate events making a huge comeback, the need for dependable, coordinated group transportation is just exploding. It really shows that this mobile office idea is a scalable solution that can work for entire teams, not just one person.
And that brings us right back to where we started, but maybe with a new way of looking at it. Forget the price of a fare or the cost of gas for a second. What's the hidden cost of your commute? What's the real price you're paying in lost time, in added stress, and in missed opportunities? When you start to think about it like that, you realize turning your commute into an asset isn't really a luxury at all. It's a strategic necessity.